Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth sector. It is race week for Silverstone. We're super excited here at the fourth sector because we will be attending, and we're going to be talking about that as well. I'm joined with Joe, and we're going to be talking all things Silverstone. We didn't have much preparation on this podcast, I'll be honest. So it's not going to be our proudest episode, but it's a little Silverstone special. We're going to predict the race and we're going to go for it. So, are you looking forward to this weekend, Joe? Because I know I fucking am.
Oh, mate, I'm gassed. We're going to have so many tinnies.
Oh, yeah, we're going to... And it has to be tinnies, by the way, no bottles.
No bottles in the campsite.
And, I'm going to be singing a few tunes. I'm really excited to put a set together for it. And I honestly, man, would it be your first race?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, first Formula One race. Been to a couple of bikes races, but never F1. And I feel like if we didn't have the opportunity to go through yourself, looking at the price of tickets even before the resale value kicks in, I wouldn't have been attending anyway. Apart from maybe the Friday session, because it looked like there was about £70 general admission for the Friday.
Oh, well, go and see practice 1 and practice 2, I suppose. You get to see the cars driving about a bit, but
we'll do it next year. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. I mean, touch wood. You never know. Maybe I'll get invited back.
Depends how. Imagine the scenes.
Depends how hungover I am on Sunday. Is a big part of it, probably. But I also think about it in terms of I may never also get this opportunity ever again.
Yeah.
So I want to go and I want to fucking enjoy myself, basically. I was actually very lucky. I've been to Silverstone twice, and I feel very blessed now. And I don't think I appreciated it at the time, but I went in 2008. Do you remember that one at all?
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time Lewis won in Silverstone. He started 4th on the grid, launched off the start, and nearly took the lead within the first corner. Just got held back by a high kick over line, and then he overtook him like a couple of laps later. Anyway, it was like one of the biggest winning margins in F1 in history. Like he lapped everyone up to like 4th place. Shit. And I went there with my mum. I think I was like 12 years old. It was shitting it down with rain. We nearly went home. It was so torrential. My mum's sitting there shivering in this camping chair. I wore shorts and I'm sitting there shivering. We thought about like sitting in the car and going home and watching it on the TV. And
bet you glad you didn't.
Yeah, wow. And at the time, I didn't appreciate. Like, obviously, I was a Lewis Hamilton fan, and I had all my merch on. I had my McLaren jacket, McLaren shirt, McLaren hat. And but now I look back at it and I'm like, wow, I was there for that race.
Yeah.
That race, but then it didn't compute with me. So yeah, a bit of Silverstone history off the rip, I suppose. But
no. I mean, I've been to the track. I told you.
Yeah,
I've been to the track, and we found out based on my receipt from the food that I ordered what date I went. And it was actually the day of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with all the safety cars and controversy. I didn't actually miss much of it, even though I booked to drive on the track during the Lights Festival for Christmas. They do all the lights at Silverstone, and it's called the Lap of Lights. And I, being a moron, booked it at the time of the Grand Prix. But because of all the safety cars, it turned out that I didn't even miss much. And we got to watch most of it in I think it's called the Lodge at Silverstone.
And there was red flag as well, wasn't there? Was there 2 red flags?
Safety cars, red flags, all sorts of
there was,
carnage, wasn't there?
Great race, actually. But like, yeah, that was pretty special to be there when Lewis won that, really, I suppose.
And it was a brilliant. I think I sent you some videos of like the place, didn't I? When I was there, like just everyone was cheering on. I bought a little, what would it have been? It wasn't a black one; it was a silver one, so it could have been the W10, a little model. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good day, and we got a Silverstone bauble for the Christmas tree.
Oh, dope! That must come out every year.
Well, I got it last year, so it will come out next year.
It will.
It'll keep going out.
Oh, I love it, man. The other year I went was 2016, but it was obviously Lewis won, and I'm 2 for 2, and Lewis wins. So I'm just saying, this weekend, who knows? I think put your money
on Lewis.
But it was much less eventful than the first one. I didn't feel like I was going to drown halfway through. But the truth is, if you're someone that's listening to this and like, you've never been to a race, it is crazy when I really think about, because I wanted to do a broad Grand Prix, and I was looking at Hungaroring, Spa, just like European ones that are not going to be ridiculous. And the prices have hiked a lot, particularly probably to do with the interest that's come around and the availability and stuff. And I do think like when you go, you do just see, for the people that are watching, it's like that. But for people listening, it is a flash. You can barely make out the car that's coming past you. They're actually so fast. And the cameras on TV obviously make it not look like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, the formation lap is so fast. The formation lap is so fast.
Well, you got to think about like formation lap, they're doing like 70 odd, right?
78 miles an hour, yeah.
And you're looking at, you're looking at that if you're on the side of a motorway and you're watching cars go past at 80.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Is that, but you've paid 500 quid to be there for the weekend.
And look, the truth is that you pay for the event because there's so much going on around it. The atmosphere, in my experience, has always been nothing short of spectacular. And it is a bloody good day out. But when it comes, it's not like a game of football where you're going to see everything. You're at one bit of the track. You're at one bit of this. Silverstone is the third longest track on the grid. And you're just at this one bit. And you're going to watch 70 times. You're going to see these cars come past. Sorry, no. Silverstone's short is 50 laps, isn't it? 52?
Yeah, 50 something.
52 times you're going to see these cars come past. And then that's you done. So I'm kind of glad we're camping as well. We've got all the stuff around it to look forward to, and we get to stay there, and we'll get all the entertainment and stuff as well. Because you
are the entertainment.
I am the entertainment. I am. Yeah, you're fucking damn straight. I am. But yeah, so it's just like some Silverstone experiences that I've had, and so it's it is the one thing I always wonder about these races is how they can make it like a Monaco ticket. Fucking hell. Can you imagine? It must be grands, thousands.
Yeah, 1,500 quid, I reckon, for a seat for the weekend.
To almost every year get pissed on with rain and see no overtakes. How is that worth thousands?
Oh, it was like 12 this time, wasn't it?
For me, yeah.
We looked it up. It was like 15 or something.
It wasn't. It was just, It's just, I don't know how they could charge so much, but it is, there's
a finite amount of tickets, I suppose, isn't there?
Yeah, that's it. It's I guess, supply and demand, isn't it? Because people will pay it as well. But yeah, I just sort of went off on a tangent there. But this week we are back in Silverstone, a race rich in history, and we're coming there at the dawn of a new era in Formula One with the new regulations. And, I sorry to go off on a tangent again, but I was talking today and I've kind of realised that we very are much moving into the new guard now. Like my niece, who's really got into Formula One, she's 14. Mm-hmm. We were speaking at the dinner table yesterday, and she was talking about, all she could talk about was George Russell and Lando Norris. And I was like, what about Lewis Hamilton? And she was like, yeah.
To be fair, all I talk about is Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. So.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like the new guard are here. And now the new guard are winning, Verstappen and Leclerc. And I say a new guard. Obviously, there's been many, many changes to the guard. But I just think with the change of regulations coming at the same time, we're starting to get new regular winners to what we had 5 years ago. It just kind of does feel like we're in a transitional period at the moment.
I mean, we've done this before, though. How many of the drivers you saw at the 2008 Silverstone Grand Prix race now? 3?
Alonso,
Vettel, Hamilton.
Lewis, and I think Vettel was in by that point, maybe, because he joined Toro Rosso. Yeah, I think Vettel was in by that point, yeah.
So it's those 3?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And my niece didn't give a shit about any of them. To put it very simply, Fernando won his 2 championships before she was born. Lewis won his first championship when she was 1. So, I don't know. She cared about all these new young drivers who are great, but it's just like I'm starting to become someone that says back in my day.
Well, I think it's quite crazy that, like, as I've mentioned before on the pod, and obviously you know quite well, I was very, very casual up until about 5 years ago, and I never witnessed the Vettel dominance.
Oh, I
Vettel,
did. Yeah.
Red Bull dominance, but like not just like he was very good, like
No.
he was head and shoulders, wasn't he, for what, 3 seasons, 4 seasons?
And just to sort of pick up that car as well, because obviously, again, people talk a lot about Mercedes, and rightly so. But the Mercedes dominance come off the back of that Red Bull dominance, right?
Yeah.
Red Bull won 4 in a row. Mercedes won 8 in a row. Okay. In the 2011 season, there was 17 races, I believe, something like that, right?
Okay.
Red Bull got pole position at 16 of them. That's a dominant car, mate. Yeah. 16 out of 17.
So who was Seb's teammate at that point?
Webber. And who?
Wait. When did he win his championship as well?
Webber didn't win a championship.
What am I making up now?
I don't know. Mark Webber didn't win a championship. Vettel won 04.
Where did Button win?
2009.
Okay. I've got this thing in my head about someone. Never mind.
Button won 2009. Vettel won 10, 11, 12, 13. And then Lewis 14, Lewis 15, Nico 16, Lewis 17, Lewis 18, Lewis 19.
You're like Seb Vettel naming them off in the grill the grid.
I can't go as far back as him. I can make it back to about, I think, like early 90s, and then
he does every winner ever, doesn't he?
Yep, he goes all the way back to the start. The absolute crackhead, mate.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. We're gonna have an interesting race this year. So as I say, the new guard's coming through, and we've got some new front runners to discuss. We've been pretty used to being able to say Lewis Hamilton will win this race, and you get it right. I think there's been a couple of exceptions. I think Max won the 70th anniversary one that they did, and Vettel won in 2018. And other than that, Lewis has more or less dominated it in the hybrid era. Who's going to dominate it this weekend at the start of this era?
Okay, so you wanted to ask me before we start recording, and I said, actually, I've got some points. So I'll let you go with what you said first.
Okay, so
I wanted to add to what you said.
So I wanted to say, for anyone that's listened for a long time, you'll know I seem to curse drivers. And I said I wanted to pick Red Bull so I wanted to pick Max so Max doesn't win. Checo's fine. But then...
Because last time you picked someone to do well, they went to the back of the grid.
Yeah. So I was going to pick, but the truth is, I've got a feeling about Ferrari this weekend. How can I say that when they've Red Bull have won the last 6? I don't know, but I've got a feeling about Ferrari this weekend.
And what I will say is Leclerc's got a new fucking car.
Yeah.
So he's not going to DNF. And if he doesn't DNF...
He's got to be in with a shout, right?
He's near enough the clear favourite because of just, it's how it was the first 2 races of the season where we know he's going to get pole position. I'm calling that already, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Leclerc is on pole, without shadow of a doubt. So he's on pole, but he's got a brand new car. So if the shelf life of that brand new car is only 2 races,
he should make it through this one, right?
This one should be fine because it didn't have to work that hard in the last one. So yeah, I reckon. I know it sounds awful, but I reckon Leclerc double. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. I hope Luke picked someone different.
Yeah, I hope Luke's gone for I hope he's gone for a Hamilton double, if I'm honest, just to give him put the fishing line out there for him.
We did mention last week, what about an all British podium?
That would be that's
something.
That's my wild card right there. All British podium.
That's the other thing is I was going to say any Brit on the podium is a wild card, but it's not because George Russell's guaranteed to be on the podium now, isn't it?
He's going to be in the top 5 at least.
Wait, how long does that continue, by the way? Quick side note.
That is a good question. How long because
that car's got no problems, right? Other than it's shit, it's got no reliability issues.
Well, Mercedes in general, even at races that they're faulted at, it's generally been, incidents.
Or strategy, I guess.
I had a little look. The last time they had a double DNF was Austria 2020.
Okay.
I think the last time Mercedes had a double mechanical DNF. The last time they had their last one was Valtteri Bottas. Oh, fuck. Can't remember where.
Well, I mean, Monaco was one of them.
That wasn't a mechanical failure. It was the wheel nut. We're talking about
Oh, you're talking about car dying.
Mechanical failure.
Oh, yeah. No, I flagged strategy, so I was counting pit stops in that.
Oh, okay. No. So just straight up mechanical issues. And that's where the car is so reliable. So Mercedes, George Russell, because the Mercedes is sort of leveling out a bit as well, because they've got some upgrades coming this weekend, allegedly. So a Ferrari, by the way. Leclerc is going to win.
Hello,
Leclerc.
I can't believe you picked him for a double. He's not finishing the race, is it?
Oh, should I just pick Sainz and get it just to get him out of the way? And we can let the other three do it. How long can Russell do it? I'll be honest. I think he could do it all the way to the end of the year. You assume if you race 23 races, something is going to happen at some point. A bad pit stop, a crash, something like that.
No, he doesn't do a bad pit stop because he just doesn't pit.
And he can't have a crash because he doesn't see anyone.
Because he's in 40 seconds worth of clean air and he just doesn't pit until there's a VSC or a safety car. He just doesn't.
That's what I mean. So as far as I'm concerned, he's going to do it for every race this year. I don't see why not.
Do you remember that video I sent you about it was one of Christian Horner where it was just like, it's all about reliability and performance. And then it was Binotto and it was just like shitbox and inshallah. So inshallah is like by the grace of God. It's like banking on vibes, right? In this context. And that's Russell. It's just inshallah and safety car.
Yeah, man, that's the motto. I do, because the one thing that hasn't actually happened too much this year, for one reason or another, is the top four cars haven't finished in the top four, because at least one of them seems to always go out or something.
Like a penalty, I suppose, as well.
Yeah. So with that in mind, you've got to assume there must be one race in this calendar this year where it's going to go Rebel, Ferrari, Rebel, in whatever order.
Mm-hmm.
And then, maybe then it might not happen because maybe Lewis or someone has a really good drive. Gasly pulls one out of his ass every now and again, or Norris, not Ricardo, someone else maybe. So I don't know. That's but these things will happen. He's already had a great year, and I can't see him.
Oh, that's something for the wild card, isn't it? It's I'm tasting for the wild card prediction.
Go on, hit me with it.
Oh, Ocon top 5.
Ocon top 5. He's on good form. Alpine's looking good.
Car looks insanely good, doesn't it?
They really are improving, and it's it'd be nice to just throw a little one of them in the mix as well. It'd be nice to have a year like, what year was it? Where they had, was it 2010 with 7 different winners in the first 7 races or something like, or 8 different winners?
That's a stat we need to check at some point. That's a crazy stat. That's cool.
2010, I think it was. I believe it was 2010. So yeah, and it would be amazing for Formula One to be able to get to that kind of level of competitiveness again.
Yeah,
where you really are looking at like anyone that can just put in a great season. So like Fernando Alonso, for example, was in a Ferrari in a couple of those championship years. He was in a Ferrari where he shouldn't have been where he was. Do you know what I mean? So it would be cool to sort of get to like that again, because it has become a very car dominant thing. I can't
apparently, right? I saw a video today that was quoting another video, so it's all like good Chinese times. Whispers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to say that anymore. It was from the horse's mouth, from the horse's arse almost. But apparently, if he'd have scored 5 more points at random times, specific times, and obviously taking points away from other people, he'd be a 5-time world champion.
That's crazy, man.
I'd have to find the video and send it to you, and we can fact check it. And we'll bring it up because
it is so plausible, mate. He's lost like championships on the last race, I think like 3 times.
There we go. So yeah, it's like 1 point margin that they were referring to. 5 points in different places, then he would have been a 5-time world champion. Because he's got the minerals. He's nothing but minerals.
Yeah, he's Mineral City, mate. Yeah. And he's still now. He's got the pace. You stick him in there. I mean, yeah, I don't think any of these top teams want to touch him at 40 years old, unfortunately. But there's no reason why he couldn't still compete. He's still so fast, and Canada qualifying just shows that. Like, the old dog's still got it, man. 2012, by the way, the first 7 races, there was 7 winners. I'll tell you what, Joe, impromptu game, name them.
2012. Oh, okay.
2012.
Well, Lewis
won the 7th of those 7 races.
Oh, okay.
In Canada, as it goes.
What year was Schumacher back? Was Schumacher one of them?
No.
What year was he back in the Mercedes?
He was back in 2012, but he never won when he came back to Mercedes.
Oh, that's a shame. So this point, 2012, 10 years ago, I'm going to say Nando.
Yeah, he won the 2nd race of the season in Malaysia.
Raikkonen.
No.
Oh.
He did win a race that year, but it was in Abu Dhabi in the Lotus.
Okay. Interesting. So we've got Hamilton. Yeah. We've got Nando. Oh, Seb?
Yeah. He won the 4th race of the year, which was in Bahrain.
Okay. I'm trying to think of who was still around at that point. Nico
Rosberg won Mercedes' first race in China.
That season?
Yeah.
I'm doing better than I thought.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think you'd get Nico. Nico.
You have,
because that was that year Mercedes weren't really meant to be race winners, but he managed to win in China.
Okay.
And that was their first win since they rejoined Formula One in 2010.
Okay, so at that point,
there's 2 I think you'll kick yourself on that you haven't got yet, because you've got 3 left.
Yeah,
there's 2 you haven't got that I think you'll be like, oh shit, yeah. And there's 1 that I just don't think you'll get.
Well, Button.
Yeah.
Webber.
What? Yeah. Button won the first race of the season in Australia. Mark Webber won in Monaco, which was the 6th.
Okay. And there's 1 you don't think I'm going to get?
No, but I can maybe give you a clue if you need it.
Yeah, I do. Because
it was in Spain.
Oh!
You know it.
Oh, I do. Oh, fuck. Was it Maldonado?
Yeah, it was Maldonado in the Williams in Spain in 2012. And they were the 7 winners in the first 7 races. And there was 1 more winner later on in that year, which was Kimi in Abu Dhabi, which wasn't the last race at the time. There was 2 more races after that.
So there was 8 winners that year.
8 winners that year.
And in the first 7 races, 7 out of the 8 won a race.
Yeah. But then after that, I mean, it got a bit of a... McLaren had a good run. Then the break happened. Right. So, and then, Seb just won 4 on the bounce.
So that year, Schumacher was in the Mercedes.
He was, yeah.
And it was Mercedes' first win with Rosberg that year.
Yeah.
Cool. What year?
They'd done 20. So obviously 2009 it was Brawn. 2010 Mercedes kind of bought Brawn, and became Mercedes.
Put out a shitbox for 2 years.
And then put out a pretty shit car for 2 years. And then they sort of improved in 2012. And then of course Lewis joined in 2013 and Michael left. I had a fairly mediocre car that was really good in qualifying, really, really harsh on its tyres. which meant that whilst it was good in qualifying, within 5 laps, you couldn't see them anymore. And then 2014, they found it. He really found it.
And when did the new regs come in?
The next ones.
Yeah.
2026 are the next ones.
No. When did the new regs come in?
2014.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah. Then that's when they found it.
Yeah. There was an Indian Grand Prix that year and a South Korean Grand Prix that year in 2012. Just really forgot that Silverstone was a thing.
Where was South Korea? Was it Seoul that race then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
Go on, name another city in South Korea.
Okay, Heung-min Son. Can I say that? I actually think it was Seoul though. Like, I actually pretty sure that was right.
I feel like I could see that on a video game I played when I was a kid.
The Indian Grand Prix, I don't know when that was. Delhi.
New Delhi, Mumbai. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was in India. Anyway, we're here for Silverstone.
We are. We've got some tidbits.
Yeah. We didn't really wild card. Do you want to have a quick wild card? Throw some. Oh, you did Ocon, didn't you?
Ocon top 5.
Oh,
because it's not 7th or 10th. It's wild.
My wild card.
Didn't he finish 6th in Canada now? It was 6th and 9th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Nando was 9th.
Yeah, and Ocon came 6th, yeah.
Okay, I'm not calling that a wild card anymore then. What's yours?
Max will make it through cops alive. No, I don't know. I think that I just don't think that. That would be a lie.
My wild card is a Hamilton podium.
But that'd be really nice.
If he can't win it, he should be on the podium. Mercedes need to chuck everything at him so he has a good chance of getting on that podium, I think.
Okay, my wild card's going to be in qualifying.
Okay.
And it's going to be that a Mercedes is going to out-qualify a Red Bull or Ferrari. Which Mercedes.
Pick one because it's got to be Red Bull and it has to be Perez, right?
Or Sainz. Oh. Russell out-qualifies Sainz.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. So it's a wild card. It's a wild card. You can't argue with it.
We've both gone doubles on Leclerc.
Yeah.
I have got Luke's proxy. He's busy tonight, by the way, gang. He's gone Perez, pole, Max, win again.
He loves Checo, that boy.
To be fair, he went Max, pole, Perez win last week.
Either way, he just loves a bit of Checo, mate.
Yeah, he does love a bit of Checo. I love a bit of Checo. We both love a bit of Checo.
We all do. We all love Checo. Okay, right. Some tidbits in the race for the race. Common race. So, Silverstone. Did you know?
Here we go.
I'm going to fire one at you, and then you can just fire one back at me if you want. I liked this one, so I'm going to say this one. In 17 races, Jenson Button never won on the British Grand Prix or even stood on the podium. I thought that was a good one.
I don't love that from him.
No, it's pretty poor. He obviously hates everyone that went. It's the only thing you can... Oh, I think Button raced in 2008. Oh, he doesn't race now. Don't worry.
Never mind then. He was only retired, the other day, didn't he? So.
Yeah, fucking ages ago. I don't know where that came from. I just had him on my mind.
Here we go. I've got it.
Yeah.
Total of 12 British drivers have won the British Grand Prix. 12. So if you were to think about it, like how many Spanish drivers have won the Spanish Grand Prix? Surely we've dominated Britain more than other countries have dominated their own country.
I know.
Surely not 12 French drivers have won the French Grand Prix. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, of course. Because Lewis has won what, 8, 7?
Yeah, I want to say 7.
I want to say
like
8.
I'm lying.
I feel like it's 8. And then Mansell's won 4. Oh, I should just look at where you.
And then Jackie Stewart and David Coulthard both with 2.
Wow. think, yeah. So there's some good ones in there. I think Johnny Herbert's won a British Grand Prix as well, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. But he has won it 8 times. There's someone
8 times, yeah, sweet. That's my boy. What else have we got?
All right, I've got one. Together with Italy, Britain is the only country to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the World Championship since 1950.
Yeah, legendary, mate.
72 years worth. Well, 71, I guess, because we did miss a year, didn't we? No, we didn't miss a year.
No, we didn't.
Some races missed a year. 72 years worth of British Grand Prix, sorry.
There's one here which I thought was quite good. Because of Corona, the 2020 British Grand Prix was in August.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first time that the event had been held in August since the inaugural British Grand Prix was held at Brooklands on 1926.
Wow. Blimey.
Wow.
What are some big moments that we've got mentioned? By the way, we are quoting an article from f1destinations.com.
Yeah, that was the level
just
of
so we're not stealing intellectual property.
I'm sure we can have it. We haven't really made it sound that intellectual. I actually saw a TikTok, funnily enough.
Here we go.
Of a British Grand Prix where I was watching it yesterday, where all the tyres were blowing up. I remember that one. I think 4 or 5 different drivers left rear tyres just blew up, and the geezer from Pirelli had to do like an interview afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah, we fucked it." And when teams were the cars were coming back, and the teams were taking the tyres off, at every pit stop that happened, there was a Pirelli representative there with a bag. It's like a body bag, but for tyres, and they would literally instantly bag up the tyre and take it away. So and then they go and investigate. It was mental. Lewis was like 3 seconds in the lead when his tyre blew up, which obviously meant that he didn't win that race as well, which was a shame. So yeah, that was a pretty mental one.
Wait, I had something. I had something just now as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like a second ago, and I fucked it. Pick another one. We'll keep going.
Okay. Well, last year, of course, in recent times, is one that everyone will be thinking about, which is, of course, Lewis overtaking Max at Copse.
Overtaking is one way to put it.
Yeah, he overtook him, and Max drove into him. You know. I did actually see, and if you happen to be the person that tweeted this and you're listening to this podcast, I know that our numbers aren't very good, but I actually want you to click off because I don't like you. Because someone tweeted...
There goes 10% of the listeners.
Probably more percentage, actually. But the guy tweeted, and it's a screenshot from that battle, which was up till Copse. Breathtaking, phenomenal. They're basically side by side the whole way. It's like, wow. Anyway, Max actually overtook Lewis off the track. He went round he held his line around the outside, and all 4 wheels were off the track before, and he come back on ahead. Now 5 corners later, Max was in a wall, so it didn't matter. But someone's taken the picture completely out of context, and they've just posted a picture of Max off the track and put Max overtaking Lewis outside the track in Silverstone and not getting a penalty. 3 question marks. Well, why would they give him a penalty when he's in a wall? You can't give him a penalty.
They could have even been ready to say that he was under investigation.
Yeah, but there would be no point. So, like, why on earth? Look, I'm all for a Max agenda, right? I'm all for one. Let's have one. But at least get it right. Like, that is the most... I was very perplexed by that tweet. So, yeah.
Here we go. Interesting one. 2009, Hamilton wins the 10th race of the season. 2013, Hamilton wins the 10th race of the season. 2022, British Grand Prix is the 10th race of the season. Now, those are just 3 random years, to be fair.
But I like it.
But 9 plus 13 is 22.
I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying, man.
He's going to do it. But yeah, no, there's been, it's one of the best circuits on the calendar. All the drivers speak very highly of it.
2 years ago, how many wheels did Lewis have when he finished?
Well, he had 3 wheels.
Fucking 3 for a whole shitting lap.
Unbelievable. That
was stressful.
Yeah, you know it. And obviously Valtteri's had blown a lap or 2 before, hadn't it? It was, and Lewis had the gap. I think Max had boxed. So ironically, Max had boxed a lap earlier for fresh tyres, thinking that the race was gone, and that pitting
wanting to set fastest lap.
Yeah, but that pit stop is what lost him the race, because if he stayed out for one more lap, Lewis's tyre blew, and he would have been 10 seconds behind him instead of 30, 40 seconds behind him.
Yeah, it was 40, and then you just sort of going down and down and down and down.
And it was one at the line, one or something. So
it was a limp, wasn't it, by the end?
If Max hadn't gone for that fastest lap point, he would have had 7 more points in the way of the race win. So that was a really intense race. But there's been so many. There really has been so many just like through the years. I think when Mark Webber won it in 2010, he was the 8th different winner of the Silverstone Grand Prix in 8 years.
Blimey.
Yeah, so like that was. There's been so many like brilliant sort of races there and incidents. You remember when Vettel and Verstappen crashed? Do you remember that one at all? That was like super dramatic.
Was it a big crash?
It was just like. It just was so avoidable, and it was just a big flashpoint, because there was ironically a big debate then about Max's like driving style, and funny that would become very prevalent again later on. But yeah, we really do make fucking good Grand Prix, and we make good racing drivers, so it all goes hand in hand. And I think we're gonna have another good one.
Interesting one. Interesting one on the Max is gonna win front. What happened in Jeddah last year?
What do you mean by what happened in Jeddah?
Well,
I know what happened in Jeddah, but I don't know.
He fucked it. Max fucked it, right? Binned it in the wall, didn't get pole position, didn't win the race.
Yeah.
This year, won the race. What happened in Baku last year for Max?
Well, his tyre blew up.
Yeah. What happened this year?
He won.
And then what happened last year at Silverstone?
Oh.
He was in a wall.
I think he won.
G's. He was in the wall at 50 something G's.
I remember him winning. I'm pretty sure he won. Actually.
That's just quite an interesting thread. Did you know Sam Ryder's going to be singing at the Grand Prix?
So am I.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I like him. I saw him at the Summertime Ball. He did the song.
The Spaceman thing.
It's his song. I don't know how many he's going to do at the Grand Prix. Because he came out of Summertime Ball to do the one song and then went back. And I wonder if he's just going to do it again.
It's going to be like, oh my God, he's just going to... There's a thing that James Blunt posted. This is so off topic. Jesus. James Blunt posted a thing and he was like, my new set list. When he brought out his new album last year, I think it was.
It's just You're Beautiful.
It's You're Beautiful 14 times. and then enter Sandman. And then it says You're Beautiful, brackets, encore. Oh, mate, he's so funny. So, yeah, that is going to be Sam Ryder. It's going to be Spaceman.
He's like, realistically, how long does my set have to be?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, we want you to do at least 20 minutes. And he's sitting there thinking, this guitar solo is going to be fucking hefty.
He just gets like...
To be fair, when I saw him, he did bring his guitar out and actually like shredded.
See, when he brought out I saw him do that at I think he did it at Eurovision as well. He brought out a guitar.
Yeah.
It did look like he was miming the shred a little bit. I will say that now.
I wasn't watching this on TV. I was there, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, fair enough. He might not be Sam Ryder. You might be a very good musician, but just from a guitarist's POV, it looked like he wasn't actually shredding. It
It
looked
looked
like
like Top of the Pops.
it looked like Barney Stinson when he plays. Just doing that, like I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
Sam Ryder's going to be there. You're going to be there.
yeah. Don't. Oh shit. Yeah, I probably shouldn't really like be calling him out like that. Might meet him. Okay, we were going to play a little game just to fill the time. Welcome to Guess the Driver.
Guess the Driver. Woo woo. I've got a driver.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I have entered 181 Grand Prix, and started 179 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have 10 podiums.
Ooh. Pierre Gasly.
No.
Okay.
I have 391 career points.
Wow.
And 1 fastest lap award. And a little bonus one, my first entry was in 2009.
Okay. Now I can get my teeth sunk into it. Now that was the info we were looking for right there.
Yeah.
Okay. First race in 2009. Still don't overly know who the fuck it is. First race in 2009. He got 360 career points, 10 podiums.
391 career points with 10 podiums and 1 fastest lap award.
Wow, 10 podiums. Who got 10 podiums? This is hard. This is quite hard. 2009. Who raced in 2009? Grosjean.
Yeah.
God, he's good. God, he's
I
good.
said the first entry. If I said the last entry, it would have been a bit of a gimme, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because Bahrain. Okay, fucking let's go. That was good.
Because I had a bunch more to talk about because he's had such a varied career, I guess, if you mention that. Because you've got his IndyCar career. He's won 7 single-seater championships.
Wow. I mean, he really did have his moments. He really did.
10 podiums.
Yeah, he really did have a good streak in him, and it's just, and then he got into there was a period where he just kept he was just in loads of. It seemed like if there was a crash, Grosjean was at the center of it, and it just kind of just his luck ran out for him, bless him. But I'm glad he's doing he's happy now and he's racing still, isn't he? So
got four podiums in IndyCar, 1 pole, no wins yet, but hopefully. He's also entered Le Mans in 2010. Didn't finish, but can't always blame that on the driver, can you?
No, definitely not.
At Le Mans.
Yeah, good on you, Pierre. Pierre Gasly is just the name that came out of my mouth. I'm looking at a picture of Pierre Gasly. Is why that just happened. Romain Grosjean. At least I got the nation right there when I said that.
Yeah.
And that was that's a Silverstone special. I don't know really what it was, but I quite enjoyed it actually in a weird way.
It was a fun chat. I've showed off even less knowledge than normal.
No, I don't know. I think you were fine. Other than the Mark Webber Championship might have been questionable. But other than that.
I must have been thinking of a clip of Horner saying it to Vettel or something. I just have these clips because your brain's just TikTok at this point.
I think your Mark Webber knowledge might just be a bit fucked.
All over the shop.
Just Mark Webber, that's all.
He's probably just saying it to Seb.
But just, yes.
In a TikTok, because my head's just TikToks anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
And I probably just got Horner saying it in my ear.
You're a walking TikTok, aren't you?
Oh, mate, honestly.
But yeah, as far as Joe's concerned, Mark Webber's a British world champion. All right, well, thanks everyone for listening. I hope this was bearable. It felt fun to do, but I hope it's fun to listen to. And stay safe for everyone. We've got some fucking wicked content coming out next week. Yeah. I'm thinking me and Joe are gonna film everything that we can at Silverstone, get all the clips of me, and we may even be able to sit down in the campsite and have a little chat on camera as like a little podcast at the race or something.
You're not singing on Saturday.
No, I'm not. So I was thinking we can have to sit down and have a little chat there as well.
Let's do it Saturday after quali.
Yeah.
With the tinnies.
Yeah, exactly. And it would just be a nice little chat. So there's plenty of content to come, and it'll be some stuff outside of these two the picture of Lewis Hamilton that I have every week and Joe's beam of light behind him that you see every week. But we will see you at Silverstone, everybody. So stay safe and let's all make it to Friday in one piece, please. See you later.
Catch you in a bit. Cheers.